Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again, and today on this sad day I bring you guys something that I am ashamed of because it doesn't normally happen to me. But I died at level 70, being stupid, trying to kill Merc Lab. It was kind of fun, but this was actually the character I wanted to make a build guide for because it was a really cool mechanical character. This is following up with a video guide of leveling his face breakers. This is actually the Crit Oro's Sacrifice Ancestral War Chief Dual Totem build. And again, I can't really show you guys much of it, but you guys should be able to see the potential of the character, granted based off it at level 70. So since it's level 70, I think it's appropriate to show you guys the content in Dry Lake. I could show you a map. Here's some pretty old school maps, right? Let's go run a T5 White Bog. Or can I do something to it here? I'll probably die if I alch it. Do I have an alchemy anywhere? Alchemy. Alright, that's not that bad. So I'm going to go ahead and explain the way the build works here in a second. We have a weapon called Oro's Sacrifice. It has very high elemental damage, very high attacks per second. In fact, it is, I believe, the highest two-handed elemental damage weapon in the game. It has only a 5% crit chance. So what we do is we use an increased critical strikes gem to scale that up, alongside with grabbing 6 power charges. So 2 from the tree, 3 base, 1 from Alira. That's 6. And then scaling as much critical strike chance as we can while using a diamond flask to amp the crit rate up as well, and by using Assassin's Mark. Now, the way we're going to generate power charges is when my totem crits, it applies an ignite. When that ignite kills a target, I get the power charge. I have the chance at a power charge. By using Southbound Gloves, if you guys are familiar with the Poison Trapper, the actual totem cannot kill it, so the ignite has to kill it, or it has to shatter. Now, one other kind of weird thing that I'm using is actually 3 dragons. 3 dragons gives 30 all-res, which is great, and your fire damage can shock, but not ignite. So all that meaty fire damage we have actually applies as a shock, and it's quite a significant shock. Like, I can actually shock Vol, for example, in Dry Lake, and this character's still low. He's level 70. I don't have any jewels on yet. Jewels are a huge damage source for Inquisitor with all the crit multi. So don't have the jewel here, don't have the jewel here, don't have the jewel here, etc. And you can see the life value is going up. I'm 4,600 HP with a belly on, and I can have all the Scion life wheel here, and there's a ton more life to get. Also, Merc Lab would give Augury of Penitence, which is insane damage, which is what I was going to showcase the video with, but I died. So we can't show it with this. So instead, let's go ahead and go run a map, which I actually haven't run any maps yet, so this should be pretty fun. Let's go ahead and pop this in, and let's see how it goes. I'm pretty sure this map is higher level than me. I'm pretty sure it's a level 73 map. Or, oh, JK, it's 70. So look, even level. We're good. Alright. I have no clue how this is going to turn out. So it's either it's going to be awful or it's going to be great. Oh, this is with... Is this with Conk? This is with Conk. I don't need Conk. Alright. I do take quite a bit of damage. As I said before, I wasn't really ready to go yet. I would highly recommend running either a Basalt or a Granite with the character, because you do take a large source of increased physical due to Oro's Sacrifice, but you do go by all the power charges, being as you're on the left side of the tree. So it's very easy to just pick up the extra charges for endurance charges. It does damage. Like, the build does deeps. On a 5-link, we're currently at 20,000. We're at 20,000 deeps right now. Trying to see if I can see the bosses wherever they are. They're here. They're chilling here somewhere. And if you want to do more damage, there's also way more damage to pick up, alongside with, extra links to pick it up with. It's a pretty fun character, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a bit clunky using Southbound, because sometimes the mobs live with like 1 HP. So that is definitely one thing that I didn't like, and it's kind of annoying to roll accuracy pretty much everywhere that you can. But overall, like, it's a really strong character. I feel it has so much potential, especially because it could use a Combs Heart. Combs is a very tanky chess piece. Could push towards probably around 7,000 life with a Combs. And then for bosses, you can always optimally put in Conk effect as well if you wanted Conk. Definitely interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I do like it. I really do like it. Most of the mobs you can't actually tell like how much. Oh, I almost died there. Most of the mobs you can't actually tell how much damage I'm doing because as Inquisitor you need to apply the first ignite or whatever to amplify the damage. If you guys are familiar with the Inquisitor nodes, and then if a target isn't shocked, then it's not gonna do the extra damage. But it's strong, man. It's very strong. I'll do a quick Dried Lake run after this as well to give you guys the rundown. But as this character did die, I'm not going to continue it. It was fun, I'm not going to lie, but like the one downside is since you have low attacks per second, it takes quite a bit of time to pull out the actual totem. But if you get a 6-link, that's fine. Because the totem summoning speed is really good. Rip my charges. Where are the bosses at? I think... Did I kill them? I might have killed them by accident. I didn't notice. The build is meant to shred bosses. Like, literally just shred bosses. It's the whole point of Inquisitor. Is to just dumpster bosses. I'm pretty sure the bosses both died. And I could not find them. I don't remember. Or maybe I just didn't kill him. I don't remember. I don't know. It's one or the other. Alright, let me go ahead and show you guys and compare it to Vol, if you guys are interested in seeing how quickly Vol dies. A lot of people get very confused as to why I make a lot of my builds showcased in Dried Lake, and I feel it's a good way to test so everybody can see, because everybody's been to Dried Lake, right? So it's a good way to test to see the damage numerics versus whatever else people are playing. And again, you could run Blood Rage, you would just have to modify it to get a bit of life regen, and there's a bunch of life regen on the tree as a Marauder, so... Or sorry, not a Marauder, a Templar. And there's a lot of work to be done with the character alongside with the work to be done on the tree. I didn't really get to play with it too much because I died at level 70. So, you know, there's that. So feel free to modify anything that you would like. Alright, so for the sake of Vol, I want to put in Conk for you guys to show you. So check this out. That's honestly not that bad. Like, for totems, considering everything can still level, you know, it's level 17 gems. And I have Ironwood to pick up and 5 jewels. And Augury. So, and Shamanistic Fury. It's pretty obnoxious at how much damage the build can end up doing. Definitely, if you like attacks, I would definitely recommend it as an attack-based character. Not the safest character, but really, honestly, not that squishy once it gets going. Primarily, what you want to look for on gear is Wed. Wed. So 34% Wed here. We've got another 42% Wed. This is from Yoji. I gotta stop saying this meme, man. My amulet doesn't have too much Wed on it. Just 18% with the 108 flat. And then again, my links are War Chief, Less Duration, Conk Effect, Wed, and Increased Crit. Now, the reason for Less Duration is because if you use Elemental Focus, you cannot Shock or Ignite. Less Duration still gives more damage. Again, you can use whatever it is that you want. I'm pretty sure Faster Attacks is better than Less Duration, but I didn't really care enough. And again, the only uniques I'm using is Belly, which you can use whatever, Southbound, 3 Dragons, and that's pretty much the character. I transitioned to crit at level 67. I would recommend waiting till you get all your labs done. Wait till about 70, 75 would be more optimal. That's when you can do a proper swap and, you know, not die like a retard like me. And if you guys want to see how the death actually occurred, I have, I believe, the link right here. Let me go ahead and just switch this really fast. Oh, nice TY for lag spike. All right, you guys go if you're curious. So basically, I was running Merc Lab, and I didn't have any flasks, and that one flask I had was a giant flask. I ran over here. I should have walked over the actual, like, the spikes. I didn't know they were, I just wasn't paying attention. I didn't know they were, like, pressure plates. I get slammed here, and I have 240 HP left, and then a white skeleton comes up and goes, LOL JK, get wrecked, noob, and then I die. So it was pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie, because I believe the boss was in call range. I don't know if my totems could actually cull him. Whatever. What I tried to do at the end is I tried to weapon swap Leap Slam, because my Leap Slam was only on my weapon swap, because I don't know why I didn't have a mobility skill normally. So if you look here, I weapon swap, that's why Leap Slam's on my bar now. And I was actually in animation here. I got stunned. I tried to do it again. Well, actually, I got stunned, and that was it. And then I moved and then died from the skeleton. Hey, it's a pretty silly way for me to die. But, I mean, we all have silly deaths, right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can catch me streaming live every day at twitch.tv/Pohx. I will be creating a Shockwave Totem character next, because I do want to relive the Totem hype. So we have a full Elemental Shockwave Totem character coming up next. We'll see how that one goes. That one should be a lot more stable opposed to this guy. You know, I don't have to worry about accuracy or block chance, etc. So we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.